Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans along with my husband, Alan Evans. Happy anniversary, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan. A trade in the house.
Belated anniversary, of course.
Our anniversary was July 1st.
Yes. We are now in
2017.
Yeah, so it's the 7-year anniversary. And, you know, there is a thing known as the 7-year itch.
Yeah?
That's when a lot of marriages, you know, according to the 7-year itch thing, one or both of the partners feel the need to scratch an itch and may look outside the marriage for a back scratcher.
Well, that wouldn't be conducive to a
happy marriage, no.
A happy marriage, would it?
But I don't think that's us. Are you feeling itchy?
Well, yes, I am, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling very itchy because I went and got tattooed while you were in South Carolina.
Yes.
Yes. So my back is finished now.
Okay, well, that's good.
And that's
but
why.
Not itch for something new.
That's what, no.
Okay,
but
good.
I'm physically, yes, I am very itchy right now.
Well, I'm glad you're done. I know you got to go back for a touch-up, but other than that, you're done.
Yeah, I do.
And now are you officially out of real estate?
Hey, and speaking of...
oh, no?
No, well, speaking of anniversary, little known fact, I have a tattoo on my right tricep, and it has 4 cards. This is one you don't see very often. Do you know what it is?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
But it's in the back of your arm, so you don't see it very often.
It's 4 cards, and there's a 7 of hearts, ace of diamonds, 7 of diamonds. Okay, hold on.
Well, if you let me see it, I'll
there's
describe it.
There's an ace of hearts. Wait a minute.
Let me look at it.
No,
I'll
hold
tell
on.
you.
Our anniversary is 7/1/17.
Yes.
So it's a 7 and an ace.
An ace
and a 7. And it goes hearts, diamonds, hearts, diamonds. And then there's 2 dice.
That's symbolic of our anniversary.
Yeah,
day.
7/1/17. And then there's 2 dice. One is a 4, which was supposed to represent me and my 3 kids. And then one's a 2, which is supposed to be you and Emma Kelly.
Well, it's not supposed to be. It is.
So we were rolling the dice.
Yeah, we rolled the dice. We gambled on that one.
Rolling the dice.
And here we are 7 years later. We were not, it was the first anniversary where we were not together. I was in South Carolina visiting family.
South Carolina.
Very important to go home and see family whenever I can, you know, and they always just love bomb us. So well, my mother was initially supposed to go with us. It's supposed to be me, Emma Kelly, my 17-year-old daughter, and my mother. A mother-daughter trip. And I thought it would be really great. But unfortunately, my daddy's brother Frank, who was known as Uncle Red in that community, passed away. And so my daddy had to go home to South Carolina, and he was gone almost 2 weeks. There was a lot of stuff going on. And the day he came back to Texas was the day we were supposed to leave to drive to South Carolina. So Connie Raspberry decided she needed to stay home with her husband, which I do not blame her for that. So just me and Emma Kelly. Mm-hmm. Now, Emma Kelly's never driven on an interstate. I am a drive straight through kind of girl. I plow through. Alan is a stop, stretch. We're not going to drive all the way through. We're going to get a hotel and spend the night. Correct?
And I have an ant bladder.
You do. You do.
I mean, I gotta piss every
That's true.
hour.
That's true. And Emma Kelly and I, we're not like that. But
do y'all drink like water?
Not a lot. I don't drink a lot on purpose because I don't want to stop at at multiple gas stations. So I don't drink a lot of fluids on these road trips. I'm a professional, people. So anyway,
do y'all have snacks?
Yeah, we had salty snacks to keep us nice and dry. So we had Pirate Booty and Skinny Pop.
Jerky?
No, just the popcorn and the cheddary stuff.
Little Jack Links?
Nope, I told you exactly what we had. That's what we had.
That's what I like. I like Jack Links. I like little sour cream and cheese Lays. Those hit the spot on a road trip.
What I used to like was those red hot, what are those? Hot tamales.
Yeah.
I love hot tamales. Didn't get any of those for this
I do
trip.
little gummy bears. Do some gummy bears.
But Emma Kelly, if I was driving with you, a more seasoned driver, I would be happy to kick back in the passenger seat and take a little nap, right? But with Emma Kelly driving, not having as much experience, I wasn't quite secure enough to fall asleep. So I kind of was in the passenger side, kind of closing my eyes occasionally. She drove us through the entire state of Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
That's
she
good.
did. Drove
That's
over
good help.
the
That's a really
Mississippi
great help.
River.
Yeah.
And then, but as we were heading into South Carolina, I realized if we drove straight through, we'd be showing up on Tomi Jean's doorstep about 5 a.m. And that wouldn't be good. So I went ahead and made the decision that we would stop on the way, just so we wouldn't arrive at an ungodly hour at Tomi Jean's. So we did that.
Tomi Jean.
Now, on the way into Florence, we passed by what is still the Magnolia Mall, but it's horribly depressing. As a child, a teenager of the 80s,
Wait a
who
minute.
loved and lived in that mall.
Is that where the store was?
Go West was in Florence Mall.
Oh.
This is Magnolia Mall.
What was in
Magnolia
Florence Mall?
Florence Mall had Go West.
Okay, let's give us a little.
I'm not
give us a
doing
little
that
bit
right now.
They've got
See, if I don't do it, then I'm a bad sport.
shirts and hits and boots. They got belts and boots and shirts. Dun, 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 dun. Go West, go West.
We've got hats and belts
and boots.
Stop! You're throwing me off on the key.
We've-
Stop! You're throwing me off. We've got hats and belts and boots, Jesus shirts and Western suits, all the finest Western wear. Go West,
Go West.
go West. We got the finest Western wear. Go West.
Go West.
Them good old boys gonna treat you well. Go West.
Go West.
Don't settle for less. Go West.
Come to
No,
Go West at
that's
the
Go West.
That's Go West at the Florence Mall. Let us bring out the cowboy in you.
Okay, that's over with. So Magnolia
It's one of my
Mall,
favorite bits.
I know, honey. It had JCPenney, Belk Department Store, Sears, all this stuff. Chick-fil-A. It had a big fountain in the court, and we just love that mall so much. And now it's just a shell of itself. It's so sad. But on opposite side of the road is the Red Lobster.
Oh.
Now, this is the Red Lobster when it opened in Florence. There was about, if I remember correctly, about a 2-month wait list to get in. It was a big deal when Red Lobster came, but it's still there. And as we're driving by, Emma Kelly says, I want crab legs. I said, honey, if we're getting crab legs, we are this close to Myrtle Beach. I'm not in Murrells Inlet, the seafood capital of South Carolina. I said, we're not doing that. But then Aunt Velma reminded me it was 4th of July week, and getting to the beach in Myrtle Beach traffic is just disaster.
Wasn't gonna happen,
Couldn't do it.
Nope.
So I offered, if my cousin Will, my cousin Grayson's married to Will, they're excellent hosts. My other cousin Jace won a steamer at a raffle. This gigantic steamer. That's all it is. It looks like a big trough,
Oh, like a
big
crab
metal
steamer.
trough. Yes,
Okay.
he won it.
All right.
And I said, I will buy the crab legs if you steam them. And he said, will do. So he steamed up the most massive
Nice.
crab legs. We ate till we were sick of crab legs. And then I stopped at a farmer's market and I said, do you have any boiled peanuts? He said, this is the last bag we have for the day. And they were still hot. And I brought them, and they had the most giant, juicy cherries. So good right now in South Carolina. And my daughter ate boiled peanuts, and she was like, these are so good. I was like, I've been telling you, boiled peanuts are so good. People that don't eat them, they're like, they're just wet nuts. I don't want them. They're wet nuts. They're so good, y'all, especially from the roadside. You know, you got to get the roadside stand. So anyway, we had a wonderful visit. I stayed with Tomi Jean. Bless her heart. Y'all, Allen, everybody needed to pray for Tomi Jean.
I know.
After I left,
I know.
she is a rescue animal lover. She loves rescuing animals. She should have a facility named in her honor in Florence for all she does. She lives out in the woods. She lives less than half a mile from the house where they did that movie, The Strangers, which is, some people say, is the scariest movie ever made. Some people do say that. Liv Tyler was in it.
The scariest movie ever made.
The reason it freaks people out is because these murderers or whatever, they picked this family living on this desolate road for no reason whatsoever. They just wanted to torture and kill people. And I think that's what makes it so scary, because these people didn't do anything to deserve it. I think you can justify, I'm not a bad person like these people in the movie that just got murdered. So I think that has something to do with it. It's less than a mile from Tomi Jean's front door. So we went by and saw that.
Okay. There's
yeah.
some good trivia there.
But Tomi Jean, the dog rescuer, so she rescued, there was a pack of feral dogs running around, and she went out and grabbed this one. She's named Joey. He's like a little Chihuahua mix or something.
Oh, like Larry. Larry.
Yeah, but this one looks more like he's really fat because he had so much food insecurity. He just ate and ate and ate and ate, and he's just a little fat tub running around.
Sounds like me.
Anyway, Tomi Jean got up in the morning to let him go out to pee, and she tripped over an extension cord, went flying face first into a banister, and like the lower part of the banister gashed open her head. I mean, if it was 2 inches lower, we shuddered. She and I both were like, oh my gosh, 2 inches lower, she would have lost her eye. It was so
That's
deep.
a nasty looking cut.
Nasty. And she bruised up and banged up, and her husband, said at first it didn't bleed. It was so deep. Took her to the bathroom. She passed out a couple of times. They took her to the hospital, did a CT scan. Thankfully, no concussion. They brought in a trauma facial surgeon who did 3 layers of stitches. That's how deep it was.
I didn't know you could do layers of stitches.
But he was and so she's doing really, really well, all things considering. Just banged up, no concussion. But poor Tomi Jean.
We kind of poke fun at you for falling because you've never really gotten hurt falling.
Yeah.
That wasn't funny, Tomi Jean falling.
It was bad.
No, she's fallen at our house too.
That was our fault. That was Zoe's fault.
My fault.
Well, it's always related to
You're
dogs.
talking about our fault.
It's Zoe's fault. I said it's Zoe's fault. She's our dog. Zoe, for some reason, I don't know if this is true of all schnauzers or just ours, but she loves to try to trip you. I mean, she purposely, she'll get between your feet and, knock your feet
Is
around.
she trying to knock you to the ground, or is she just trying to...
What is she doing?
Just trying to get close to you.
She's trying to herd you? What is she
guess.
doing?
I don't know, really.
But you have to be really careful. That's the reason we have her, is because these 2 women thought their elderly mother needed a companion, and they got her Zoe, a full-blooded schnauzer. And the woman thought she was going to fall over. And, when you're older, you can't afford to fall over. And so Tomi Jean was going up the stairs, and Zoe's trying to trip her, and she does. Thank God it was on the last step, falling forward on the carpet. But anyway.
So, yeah, the falling thing, funny when you don't get hurt, not funny when you get hurt.
No.
I
don't think we're going to look back and laugh at this.
No.
Tomi Jean.
Remember when I hit my head on the cabinet in there?
Yes, that was very funny. No, you were bleeding. But in my defense,
Cole didn't think it was funny.
He did too. He was laughing.
No, but then he saw I was bleeding
because we thought you were joking.
And then he says to this day, yeah, Kelly was over there playing Candy Crush.
I was not playing Candy Crush. I was on Twitter.
Best Fiends.
I will still say it.
Get
to this
it,
day.
babe. Kill them slugs.
I was playing Twitter. I was on Twitter.
X.
And I hear, bam. And we have a pantry where there's top cabinets and lower. And he had the lower cabinets open, and he stood up too quick and just caught the top of his head. But, Allen, Mr. Dramatic, he does this dramatic swoon and fall.
There was no dramatics.
Then why was Cole laughing? Because I
flopped.
You flopped. You did a dramatic flop.
Well, no, it was my reaction. I hit my head. Everything turned white. I couldn't see. And then my arms flailed and I fell.
And Cole's laughing. And all I hear was, oh, And so I'm like, what happened? And I got up and I walked around the corner. He's laying there. Rolling. And I'm laughing.
What are you talking about? You were sitting in there playing Candy Crush. You had no idea I was on the floor.
I got up and went in there after y'all Cole said he hit his head, he fell.
I could have died.
I got up and went in there after I was looking at Twitter.
Could have been dead.
Anyway, he gashed his head open and there was blood.
Yeah. Anyway, not as
it was
bad.
Still funny.
Not as bad. Not as bad as Tomi Jean.
No, it was bad. Oh my God, we shudder to think what would have happened if she hit her eye. Thank the Lord that didn't happen. But she's doing good.
Did I ever tell you that story, or did I tell the story on the podcast when I took the boys to? I think I did. I took the boys to a Cowboys game. And we were leaving the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I did tell you.
You can tell it on the podcast, though. I don't know if you did.
We were leaving the game, and it was we were trying to find the car, and then I couldn't find the car because I have no sense of direction, right? So we walked completely around the wrong side of the stadium. So we walked about 2 miles around the stadium, finally found the car. But there's one of those temporary gates in front of the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So the boys were able to squeeze through them, but I couldn't fit my fat ass through there. So I had to jump over the gate. So I did the running, grab the top of the gate and sling my leg over.
You're going to be like Bo and Luke Duke.
Yeah, jumping into the General Lee. So I did that, but then I slipped and then I fell right on my back.
How much laughter was had
like
by
a
all?
cockroach? Well, there were a bunch of people, and I remember the group going, "Oh," and then someone said, "Bro," but nobody came over to help.
No, you looked fine.
Yeah, nobody came over to help. They just said, "Oh, bro." Like,
well, they probably wanted to keep your ego intact, your pride intact. Just move along. Did the boys laugh though?
I don't remember, babe. I think they were so bent out of shape because I
went embarrassed.
I went the wrong way. Like,
oh, yeah.
We could have gone left out of the stadium and the car would have been right there. But I decided to go right. And then we went all the way around the stadium.
You truly, and it's not an insult, it is a fact. You have the worst sense of direction. You don't have a natural sense of direction. Admittedly.
I don't know what happened to me. I really don't.
It's truly remarkable.
When I went to Montreal, I was supposed to be at a place at a certain time on the first day. And I got up 4 hours early. I went
to make a good impression.
Yes.
Take your time, but make a good impression.
Yes. I went to Cafe Starbucks. Mm-hmm. I reviewed my notes. I had 4 hours to go 20 minutes.
Right.
So I was sitting there.
You were over prepared.
I had plenty of time. I left Starbucks an hour early so that I would be early to where I needed to go. Do you think I could find the place?
I do not.
No.
I do not think you could.
I got lost. And then
with GPS, you got lost.
With GPS, I got lost.
Yeah.
And then I got so frustrated, I had to call my contact in Montreal, and he tried to give me verbal directions,
with that
which
thick French accent.
And you want to talk about just the dumb face. My dumb face at that point, I was like, I don't know where I am. I have no idea where I am. So I just drove, and I finally came up to this town, and there was a Chevy dealer. I'm like, well, I know what a Chevrolet dealer is. So I just parked at the Chevrolet dealer, and I called David, and I said, David, can you come get me?
Oh, please. Did you drop a pin?
Because I'm
where
lost.
You were? Did you drop a pin where you were?
No, because I couldn't get freaking Wi-Fi. That was part of my problem.
Oh.
Like, my GPS was
on the fritz.
Fritzing out on me.
That's the thing. What would you have done in the days before GPS? There's one thing I'll say about Jerry Raspberry. You can plop him down in the middle of Nowhereville, USA, and he will find his way out.
Like the Brazilian rainforest?
He has got the best natural sense of direction of any human being. That's my father. And yet my husband is the polar opposite, the worst sense of direction.
Well, I've always speculated that it's because I've relied now pretty much my whole adult life on technology, where I'm just so dumb now. I just put in the address and I follow.
You're dumb.
And I follow the little line. Whereas
it's not dumb.
When I was younger, remember the MapQuest?
Yes.
Well, before that, there were just maps.
Right.
Use a map.
I think most of America is familiar with maps, but not MapQuest.
And then,
I didn't know what MapQuest was till I moved to Dallas.
Yeah, and MapQuest to get around Dallas-Fort Worth.
It was a book.
It was a book. Yeah.
You traveled with a book in your car.
Sure did.
It was a giant book, and if you knew the street address you were going to, like Forest Lane, you'd go to the F's, and then you'd look up and it'd say like G17. So you'd go to page 17.
Miss.
Or 17G, right? You go to page 17, and on the grid, you look up the letter G, and you'd see, okay, there's Forest Lane. That's where I need to be now. And then you'd have to figure out how to get there from where you were. It was crazy, but we did it. We did it.
I thought we were playing Battleship.
No. That is a good game, though.
Okay, well, why don't you do a little bit of this, and then when we come back, we'll talk about what I did on our anniversary.
I'm very curious to know.
Yeah.
Because as you know, I had a lot of fun on our anniversary.
Yeah.
But I wasn't with you.
No.
All right, look, fresh faced, full glam, somewhere in between, Thrive Cosmetics is my go-to makeup. Remember, the word cause is in the name for a reason, because for every product you purchase, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive, including causes close to our hearts, like helping veterans. I also love their products. It started with the Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. My daughter even asked, "Did you get lash extensions again?" I did not. Well, then came the brilliant eye brightener, the Stella Champagne color. I use it every single day alone, or I blend it. It blends easily with one or more of the 15 other shades and lasts all day without creasing. Now I get to introduce you to Thrive Cosmetics' new Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon. This is incredible. It's a lip liner and lipstick all in one, line, define, and fill in just one step. And it's got a built-in sharpener. You're never digging for that. Choose from 12 gorgeous shades. They last up to 12 hours. Waterproof, sweat-proof, does not dry out your lips. My lips actually feel velvety. And the shade I'm loving right now, Joe, the perfect pink mauve for summer.
Refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, beauty that gives back. And right now, you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 10% off your first order.
Now, you know, our daughter Emma Kelly needed new glasses, so we immediately went to paireyewear.com, and she loved the virtual try-on. We both agreed the Harper frames in clear pink were perfect, but the real fun is choosing the top frames. Pair Eyewear lets you change your look in a literal snap. The sun tops, you switch from prescription frames to sunglasses for UV protection and polarization in a snap, and Pair just added their new Mickey and Friends collection with the iconic characters like Mickey and Minnie, Donald Duck, and more. They've also got Star Wars top frames. They've got those featuring your favorite superheroes, sports team, cartoon characters. The limited edition Bring Back Summer collection is fantastic. Base frames for men, women, and kids start at just $60, and that's with prescription. Top frames start at just $25, sun tops at $30. With free standard shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy, you can afford to have an entire wardrobe of glasses with just one pair of Pair Eyewear.
Celebrate friendship and adventure this summer with Pair Eyewear. Go to paireyewear.com and use code LOVIN for 15% off your first pair, and mention that a sandwich and some lovin' sent you in your post-checkout survey to support us. That's paireyewear.com, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code LOVIN.
Experience the fun of Vegas anytime, anywhere with Love to Play. It's a website that delivers an exciting Vegas-style gaming experience directly to your mobile device. Do you love playing slots? Then it's time to make a move. Love to Play is the biggest online gaming destination. They've just opened up 500 more exclusive slots, so you can experience the excitement of Vegas anytime you want. Are you chilling at home, taking a break at work, waiting at the DMV? Love to Play's themed slot games can whisk you away to magical worlds. Their classic games really offer an authentic Vegas feel, but it's not just about the games. At Love to Play, you are part of a fun, inclusive community. You develop friendships with other game lovers and create unforgettable memories. They've also got exclusive bonuses and new rewards every day. The biggest wins and the best times are just a click away. So start playing today and feel the rush of Vegas at your fingertips.
Turn your downtime into fun time. Visit love2play.com. That's LOVE 2.
The number 2.
PLAY.com, and use the promo code SANDWICH on your first deposit to claim 50 free spins.
Wow.
Yeah, this is exclusively for the first 500 users who use the promo code SANDWICH on their first deposit at love2play.com.
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud, or a thumb drive. Ordering a legacy box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. All right, honey.
How about that?
I'm excited to hear about how you spent our anniversary without me.
Well, you were gone a week. And typically when you're out of town, what I will do is pack up the bike and go on a bike ride.
That is typical.
That's what I usually do. This time, I had no care for the dogs. Like, I hadn't planned anything. I hadn't planned to go anywhere.
Plus,
was
it's expensive.
Yeah. It was like 150 degrees.
Not fun to ride.
Yeah, the weather wasn't conducive to doing that. So I just decided to stay here and get some honeydews done.
Good thing you did. You got a big honeydew done.
Yeah, the biggest thing is I got a new roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So did some adulting. It was weird how that happened too. We just had and I rarely answer the door. If someone's like, and they at the door, you know,
we don't answer.
I don't answer it.
We don't know who you are.
I didn't ask you to come over. I don't care that you're knocking on my door.
Not buying what you're selling.
Just because you knock on my door doesn't mean I'm obligated to answer the door.
True.
This time, I'm like, I think I'll go see who's at the door.
I don't know what got into you.
No idea what got into me. So I happy-go-lucky AE goes to the door, open the door. There's Darian. Met my buddy Darian.
You never met him before.
Never met Darian before.
Now you know his name is Darian.
Never met him in my life. He said, hello, I'm Darian. I said, well, hello, I'm Allen. And he said, I'm looking at your roof and you've got damage. And I said, yeah, I'd agree with you. I think I do have damage. And he said, well, I represent a roofing company. He goes, can I help you get a new roof? And I said, well, here's the deal, Darian. Here's what we're going to do.
Y'all think he's joking about this part. He is not.
I said, I got about 5 minutes to stand out here in the heat with you. So the way this is going to roll is I'll do a new roof, but I'm not going to pay any out of pocket. I'm going to pay this much out of pocket, Darian.
You're holding up a zero.
I'm holding up a zero.
Yes.
And Darian's like, yes, I understand. I totally understand. I get it.
You were almost doing a Boda match with him, except he wasn't participating as a fellow Boda.
He wasn't
player.
trying to be a Boda.
No. And, the thing about roofers is they get a bad rap of being, shysters, and they're, going to scam you.
Yeah.
Because our friends actually got scammed in a roofing thing where the people wanted a down payment. But this isn't what we had to deal with. We got a legit guy.
No, he was great. And he kind of walked me through, what we needed to do to get the roof fixed. And I said, look, really seriously, I'm not interested in paying a gigantic deductible right now to get the roof fixed. But he sent a drone up there, which was really cool. Took pictures of the roof, showed me.
It's bad. It was bad.
Showed to my face, like, dude, I mean, the roof was beat. It was beat.
He said we might get lucky if we get a year, maybe 2 out of it, but that was it.
Yeah. So long story short, Kelly was already gone at this point, and he goes, when does your wife get back? And I said, oh, she'll be here in like 3 days. He goes, we're going to have it all done before she gets back. And I said, you got to be kidding me. He goes, nope. we can make this happen. Let's get this done. And I'm like, all right, what do we need to do? Sat down, got the Allstate app. Our insurance is with Allstate. Filed a claim on Allstate. And then before you know it, he's got the next day, he has a crew out here and they're pulling the old roof off.
They showed up at like 6:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh, the neighbors are going to kill us. But they were actually pulling off the roof. And that part's not very loud, right? You said
unless you're in your bedroom sleeping.
Well, but the neighbors, it wouldn't really. But then the real hammering and nailing started a few hours later. And more decent. I think it's rude to do anything outdoors, in my personal opinion, before 9 a.m.
Well,
I just think it is. I think it's loud. People are sleeping in. Stuff.
No,
I think
I agree.
People doing. I understand though, Texas summers where it's brutally hot, you do have to kind of fudge that a little because it's so.
They started
hot.
at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
they didn't stop until 10 that night.
It's amazing, but they got it done.
They had lights and everything out, and they finished the roof. And then another couple of days passed.
And they came the next morning to clean up.
Yeah, they cleaned up, and then Kelly came home, and then I think that day they put the gutters on.
No,
or the next day.
They waited.
Okay, one day later, they put the gutters on.
Yeah, but they came back the next day to clean up, and then on Saturday they came and did the gutters. They showed up. It didn't take them very long, about 5 hours to do the gutters. It was really nice. I took them out. See, unlike Alan, I was like being a nice hostess. I went out with a drink tray. I had Gatorade and apple juice and soft drinks. And I said, would you guys like something to drink? Because I knew they had water, but I was trying to be a nice hostess.
Oh, that's very nice.
And then I turned around and they were just poof. They were gone.
Yeah.
As quick as they came, they were gone.
So, yeah, I did that on our actual anniversary, which you were gone for.
I was.
Yeah. I took out a steak. I defrosted the steak. We had some lobster tails, stuffed lobster tails.
That was a gift from your mother.
Yes. So I was like, freaking jackpot. I forgot we had these. So
did it take away some of the pain of not being with me? To have a stuffed lobster tail?
Babe, I was so freaking full. Oh, God. Because it was a T-bone. It was like a 16-ounce T-bone. Then I had that lobster tail. And then I had three pieces of corn. And then I literally melted an entire stick of butter.
For 3 pieces of corn?
And the lobster tail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ate 3?
Well, 3 of the little niblets.
With a stick of butter?
Yep.
Alan.
So I was dipping the corn in the butter. I was dipping the lobster in the butter.
You had butter just dripping on your face?
I was dipping the damn steak in the butter.
That's so gross. Oh, now, look. Butter on a steak, it is pretty good.
Oh, it was great. So anyway, I made a little dinner, and Zoe sat there.
A lot of butter.
Zoe sat there with me. So
you might need to get your cholesterol checked.
So we had a good time doing that. But
well, I'm sorry we weren't together. Hopefully that won't happen again.
We celebrated when you got back.
We did. Then we went out for another. I don't know what got into us, y'all. Everything the waiter suggested, we're like, yes, please. Yes. We were in so much pain. I said, Alan, what'd
you tell everybody what you told me?
What did I tell you?
Why don't you tell everybody what you told me?
I said I need to get the check so we can stand up.
No, the next day.
I ain't telling that.
Why aren't you telling that?
Because you don't talk about that. That's stuff you say amongst a husband and a wife. We don't talk about that.
I couldn't believe that those words came out of your mouth.
Because I was digesting, and it was, it could
But that's not something that is.
I have to hear yours on a daily basis.
Is commensurate?
Commiserating.
Commensurate with your personality.
Right.
To talk about
telling you, I wasn't being graphic. I just told you I had an issue.
You ever seen that meme?
Digesting.
You ever seen that meme with the Joker and he's walking away from the hospital? It's just there's this big explosion behind him, and there's I don't know. In all the movies, there's always like a bad guy and he's walking away from this gigantic explosion. Then they show this 40-something white guy walking out of the Taco Bell bathroom because he just blew it up.
Yeah, is that what sort of like that? Anyway, so. Alan and I split a wedge, and then we were like, ooh, that calamari sounds so good. It was the most massive pile of calamari. We're like, this is the best calamari we've ever had. We're going to come back and just get the calamari. Then we ordered steaks, and then they come with accompaniments. And so Alan's like, I'll take the crab stuffed shrimp. And I said, I'll take the seared grilled scallops. And then so we ate all that. And then for our side dish, they didn't have a lot of vegetable offerings. So Alan chose the crab fried rice. Y'all, it was the best crab fried rice.
That was the best damn fried rice I've ever
put in my mouth.
I've ever had.
Red pepper flakes in it. We were
It was
just
so
like,
good.
oh my gosh.
It was so good.
And because it was our anniversary, they brought out Bananas Foster. That's the little cake they set on fire. Butter pecan ice cream and these 2 chocolate fudge cookies that had like chocolate creamy fudge in the middle. I was in so much pain. So much pain.
I was in pain too.
And we hobbled to the car. The next morning, I did not sleep well, obviously, but was it worth it? Yes.
It was, the name of the place was Eddie V's.
V's.
Hashtag not an ad.
Hashtag not an ad.
Yeah.
But the next morning I woke up and I was just like, I don't want coffee. I don't want Diet Pepsi. I just want water. All I needed was water. I was like, oh my gosh. But it was worth it. It was worth it.
A lot of sodium.
A lot. But we had a good anniversary dinner.
Yeah, we did. We did. Even though we weren't together on the actual day, it was okay.
And your gift, I was going to surprise Alan.
Well, we decided not to do gifts.
We decided
we
not to do
on
gifts.
and Kelly said, "Did you get me anything?" And I said, "Well, no, you're not here."
Right.
And she said, "Well, I didn't get you anything
Well,
either.
here's the problem.
Can we just decide right now
gifts.
we're
Right.
just not going to do gifts?"
And what do
I'm like,
wives
okay,
do?
fine.
They always
That's
screw
fine.
it up.
That's fine.
So what happened was the 7th anniversary gift is copper and wool. And I'm like, what the hell? Wool in July, I'm not going to find anything wool. Copper, I'm not going to do. So I called Alan and I was like, can we just not do gifts? Fine. Well, Alan was really sad that we weren't together for our anniversary.
It was.
And I wanted to do something special for you. So it wasn't really a gift just for you. It was a gift for us, something I knew you would enjoy, which would be an experience. And so I told him I was going to rent a cabin with that place we went to with last time, 10 Star and Co.
Mm-hmm.
10 Star Company in Broken Bow. But I knew if I charged it, Alan automatically gets notified on his cell phone. So I called him and I said, can you just hold it? Because if I charge it, he's going to know. So anyway, I gave him a little flyer saying, I want to ride my 3-wheeler, my Can-Am Ryker up there with you and your motorcycle, which I knew you'd love. You love when I ride. And we would go up there and spend a romantic weekend. And I said, I booked it for like August 23rd. Alan said, it's going to be hotter than Hades. So we're rethinking that
I just
weekend.
didn't think you'd have a good time riding. And
It'd be very hot.
it'd probably be very hot.
So we're going to probably go in the fall.
Probably in the
and
fall,
then I
yeah.
told Alan, I said, you know, it doesn't have to be just the two of us. We could also do, because we've been talking with a group of friends about getting a big place, because they have cabins that sleep up to like 22 people or whatever. I said, we could do a really fun weekend with friends too, if you want to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be just about us.
True.
So anyway, that's what we did for our anniversary. If y'all, I'm sure everyone was wondering, right?
All right, babe. This was good. You got anything else?
Well, I do have a couple things I'm probably going to save for another podcast. You know, we've got, man, y'all, we're getting ready to head into Emma Kelly's senior year, and things are already happening. I had to join the PTA.
Oh.
Because there are, how many? There's 1,000, people in her. How many are in her graduating class? It's a lot.
More than 1,000.
It's more than 1,000. But there are only 200 reserved senior spots, parking spots. And in order to be eligible to get one, you have to join the PTA. So I did that. And then on this certain date at noon, you have to be on your computer, what I've been told, have all your credit card information ready to go. So at the stroke of noon, you hit enter, because it's first come, first served.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only 200 spots. So that's what I had to do. So we're getting ready to that. Emma Kelly right now, she's over at a friend's house, and they're painting memory boxes to put all their memories from their senior year. It's happening, Alan.
Yeah.
It's happening.
I was telling Kelly, I parked an old gravel lot when I was a senior.
Well, it's a big deal here.
They said, hey, you go park out there.
You get
There
your
were no special spots.
you get a spot and then you paint it.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how the heck we're going to do that. I might have to, beg a sandwich and some loving listener who's got an artistic flair to help me figure that out. I don't know what we're going to do if we even are lucky enough to get a spot. But so there's that. We're also going to be doing a tour of Texas Tech in Lubbock. And we had a listener that sent me a list of suggestions that I'm going to share with everybody on a future podcast, which is really fun if anybody else. But I'm also, Emma Kelly, now that we've been love bombed in South Carolina, she's like, well, I could go to college at Clemson or Carolina. And I'm like, that'd be great, because even out of state tuition, it'd be half the price of SMU. So I don't know. We got some college tours coming up. So it's just we're getting ready to have a big, season of life. And then she's off to college, and it's sad. Bittersweet, right?
Well, there's still time.
I'm not crying. Something literally just like flew into my eye. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
All right, babe. Anything else?
No. I need to go flush out my eye.
All right.
Apparently.
All right. Well, this was a quick one, but I think that's the strategy going forward.
Moving forward
is to try to streamline these things a little bit more.
Yes, that's what we've been told by management.
I don't know if our live studio audience is going to be totally cool with that. We'll see.
You know what? You can sit and visit with a live studio audience
We'll see
for as long as you want, but according to management, we need to be shorter and tighter.
We'll see.
So we're trying these we'll try these changes.
We'll see what very best customer feedback and voice of the customer says. All right, man. Well,
it's also about attracting new customers.
That's true. I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all, but my eye's killing me. I got to go.
Gotta go. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.